Picture this. You're sitting out on bleachers on a hot summer day, and you hear the sound of 2,600 horsepower moving towards you, pulling 80,000 pounds of the sled. This is a phenomenal event to see in person, and maybe after today you might be interested to go see a tractor pull yourself. So today I'm going to tell you about the background about tractor pulling, how it was created, and the changes in tractor pulling over time. So, there are many different parts to tractor pulling, and according to Mike Osborne in Tractor Pulling Evolves into a Multi-Million-Dollar Sport in VOA News, tractor pulling is a big sport now, but it wasn't when it first started, and it's on its way to get a lot bigger. So tractor pulling is basically exactly what it sounds. It's a tractor pulling the sled, as I have a replica sitting in front of you. But it's not like just a tractor pulling weight. It's very competitive. Okay. There's been a lot of changes throughout history of tractor pulling, but before talking about those changes, let's talk about how it originally started. So you may wonder how it started. As told on Wonderopolis, tractor pulling just didn't start with one guy in a tractor. It originally started as farmers competing with each other with their horses to see whose horse could pull the most weight. And as the tractor started to get more popular in farming, that is when tractor pulling came about, to see whose tractor could pull the most weight instead of horses. So instead of farmers bragging about their horses' physical strength, they started bragging about their tractor's mechanical power. Tractor pulling is usually carried on through family tradition. In the past 50 years of NTPA, they have created a list, which I have with me, that tells about all the people who are involved in tractor pulling. And my grandfather and father's name are in here, and my family hopes that maybe my name and my brother's name will be in something like this later. And speaking about the future, we can talk about how it has changed from the past. In a change aspect, there's been a lot of changes, such as regulations, which include how the classes were different. Classes used to be separated by weight instead of how the tractor was mechanically built like it is now. Personally, I know two pullers who are in two separate classes who have different rules that they have to meet with their tractors. One puller is only allowed to have one turbocharger and slimmer wheels, while the other can have 4 turbochargers and have wider wheels. Sorry, I forgot to show you the different classes slide. So, like I said, it used to be divided by weight, and now there are roughly 15 different classes having different requirements, like I just shared. And there's been a lot of changes in rules, such as the pace tractor. They used to only allow you to go so fast when pulling, but now there's not, because people want to see how fast people can pull the sled down the track. Some other changes in rules were like the fender rule. This is a story that I was told by my grandpa, that he had a friend who was, when pulling, his seat broke. Like this picture above, it's very grainy, but there's no fenders on the tractor, so when the seat broke, he went right into the tire and under, killing him. So that man's widow asked my grandfather to go to the NTPA board meeting and get it made official that there must be fenders in between the seat and the wheel, so nothing like that would ever happen to anyone else. Also, a similar incident with roll cages. A tractor tipped over at Tomah, Wisconsin, which is a national tractor pull that my dad is even a part of today, that made the rule that there would be roll cages over the tractors, like that one has, over the seat, so that they're protected if the tractor were to flip over. There's a kill switch, so when the tractor isn't hooked up properly to the sled and it's going super fast, that if it disattaches from the sled, it will shut the motor off and kill the motor so that it won't run into the stands or anything like that. And also, there's a new rule of protection. Well, it's not very new, but it's been made a rule so that no one can get seriously burned or injured when pulling, because like you see, he is just wearing a cap and a t-shirt, but in the bottom picture you see a more recent picture that shows the helmet. There must be a neck brace and a full protective fire suit. And today I hope you learned more about the background of tractor pulling and how it was created and how many changes there have been in tractor pulling. And maybe this summer you'll find yourself out on those metal bleachers seeing that horsepower roll by. And speaking of that, there's a tractor pull at Rockwell, July 5th through the 7th. Maybe I'll see you there.
Okay.